Welcome to Eligible Monster podcast / discussion show. This is the Would You Like an Aspirin with that show, where basically we talk about what we played for the week, what's going on, what's fun, and then we go over 3 interesting news stories in the gaming news, where we read them live here on the air and discuss them live, learning what they're actually about. This show is filmed on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Eligible Monster on Thursdays at about 3 p.m. Eastern is the goal, but today it's almost 4 p.m. Eastern. Or it is 4 p.m. Eastern.
What
I
happened,
can't tell time.
Ben?
It's 4:06.
It's 4:06?
Eastern.
Oh, you're still in Eastern time?
No.
You guys know me. I'm Benny. In the middle is Natalie. On the end is my brother Andy, who Natalie thinks is funnier and better looking than me and wants to have
Well,
on
don't
our
say
show.
that. What the hell?
That's what you told me.
I mean, he is more interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna, not gonna sugarcoat it. Obviously, we
I'm
play
the
the
most
same
interesting
games.
man in the family.
You just need a glass of whiskey and a cigar.
Yes, actually, let's do that next week.
I don't know what
let's do it. Yeah.
You guys want me to talk?
Oh yeah, video games are great.
So anyway, Metro came out this week, and nothing else important.
What do you mean nothing else important?
Nothing else
Resi
came out.
2 DLC also came out about a week and a half ago.
I haven't played it either, so Andy's going to talk about Metro.
Exactly.
Natalie's
This
going
is
to talk
why
about
I have
Resident
him
Evil.
here, okay?
Okay, well then you take point.
Quick
You take
introduction,
point.
though, about Andy. He is actually the one who introduced me to Bioshock.
Even
And
though
he's a
it's
huge
awful.
fan of Infinite.
Yes. And
He is a huge fan
was
of
the
Infinite.
best one.
Absolutely, of course.
100%.
And he is also the one who introduced me to Metro.
That is true.
So I can't wait to hear about his opinion on Metro Exodus because I haven't gotten to play it because it came out at the same time as Far Cry New Dawn. So
Which I have not played.
I'm also making an announcement here. Natalie is leaving me for Andy. Don't tell Andy's wife.
she's watching right now. It's a joke.
If you're
Don't worry,
watching right now,
Edith, it's
I
fine.
didn't know that.
He's not going to be able to come home tonight.
Well, it looks like I'm staying here tonight.
What is wrong with you, Ben? All
Oh,
right,
Jump
anyway.
Force came out. Yeah, whatever. So Crackdown
Yeah,
also
well,
sucked.
Jump Force is for a
Oh
very,
yeah,
very
I heard.
specific
Yeah, I
audience.
heard Craig now.
Well, yeah. So I Jump Force apparently is like a $10 budget game that's garbage.
For $60.
Right. And Crackdown apparently is bad because it's so easy. There's no challenge at all.
Oh shit!
But does it have Terry Crews?
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
does
I'm asking. I don't know. I didn't play it.
I didn't play it. Everyone's saying it's garbage, so I looked at a review, and apparently, like at the beginning of the game, they just give you every ability. Everything's open. There's no unlocking. There's no progression. You just run around completing things.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. When I play a video game, I don't want to be challenged. All right? I want to go from start to finish with everything already.
You guys really are brothers, aren't you?
Right. Yes. Do
I
not
know
want to
this isn't fake. I didn't hire an actor who looks weirdly like me.
How creepy would that be, though?
We were just walking down the street, and I'm like, "You got a look about you that I like."
Can you grow a beard? I'm like, sorta. And you're like, you're hired.
You're hired, yeah. Right. Anyway, Ben, yes, thank you for bringing that up. We didn't even want to talk about that game, but it's cool. It's all right.
I've just covered it down. We're done.
That's fair.
You can
That's
talk about your
fair.
game.
Before we jump onto Metro and Resi
She started
DLC,
Hello Kitty Island Adventure this week.
Better than Bioshock.
Jesus Christ. Better than Bioshock Infinite. You're right. You're right. That's a good point. I finished Far Cry New Dawn a couple of days ago, and I'd have to say, this is definitely worth $40. Absolutely. As a standalone game and sequel, it is absolutely worth you $40. And with that, we will go into Metro Exodus.
Not worth your 60
You just said it was
bucks.
good.
No, I didn't.
Apparently, you're my stunt double, by the way.
Oh my God.
Interesting. I can do that. You're going to have to pay me extra, though.
So how does it compare to the first 2 Metros, and is it worth anyone's time?
Okay. That's a weird segue question. Okay.
I mean, listen, I'm
Is it
just...
worth, yes, it's worth everyone's time.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
short answer. All right, so Metro Exodus, if you have not played the previous Metro games, which I know you have, but if they have not played the previous Metro games.
Right.
So a nuclear apocalypse set in Moscow. The survivors take cover inside the underground metro, which actually is built as a bomb shelter for a nuclear apocalypse, in case anyone didn't know that. And so from there, like a society builds up. Each station is basically its own city. There's mutants, there's people, there's assholes. You know, you just gotta fight everybody.
Of course.
All right, so in the new game, you leave the metro. You get on a train and you have to travel across the Russian landscape, I guess. So the game starts out, it's Long story short, if you did not like the 2 other previous Metro games, you won't like this one.
Right, because it's slow paced.
Yeah, because it's a slower paced game. It's definitely more atmospheric, survival horror-ish.
Is there like survival elements like food, water?
Yes, so you can find craftable material, you can create ammo, med kits, that sort of thing. It's not like a survival game in the sense of like
Fallout 76.
Subnautica.
like Fallout
or
76,
Subnautica,
yeah, Subnautica, all those.
Yeah.
But it's just you craft bullets and whatnot like that. And it does kind of, it's semi-open world. So you start off, you're in the metro, you get on a train, you're going out, and then you have basically an open world level.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, huge
from the
difference. And
previous
these
titles.
levels are massive. So the first, I think I was telling you about this, the first actual open world level took me about 6 hours
That's insane.
just to do that.
I mean, insanely
Let's just
good.
get back to
Yeah.
the
It's
metro and
good.
keep
It's
riding.
just
Well, you can't, because I didn't have to take 6 hours. There's side missions and stuff to do.
so
and
Ben would just
explore.
blitz through it and just get it done
Probably.
in like
I
2
don't
hours.
blitz through games. It took me a month and a half to do Subnautica.
But if you don't do the side missions, you don't get the good ending.
Ah.
So,
So
yeah.
what's the good at?
That's
So
what
the
I'm down
good
to do.
ending is no. And if you have played the previous Metro games, the good versus the bad ending is very arbitrary. It's like you had to do random crap.
Yeah.
Like you had to listen to people's conversations, or when you passed a guitar, you had to strum the guitar. And if you didn't do that enough times, you didn't get the good ending. It's very weird.
Right, right.
So in Metro Exodus, all you have to do is not kill everyone. You can kill a lot of people, just
Right.
not everybody.
Is there like a limit? It's like at
No.
500, you're at the.
No, so the game is actually very heavy on like morality. So there are some people who are just trying to survive in the after the apocalypse, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody shares the same worldview as you. There's like cultists and things like that.
Right.
The cultists aren't inherently evil, so if you don't kill them, they don't kill you. But if you run around just blasting everybody in the face,
I'm assuming
technically
you
you're
haven't.
the evil one.
Since you've actually gotten the good ending, which
Yes.
is actually pretty.
It's the only time I've ever gotten a good
impressive.
ending in Metro.
Yeah, it's impressive,
The other
man,
games I always
'cause,
get the
I
bad.
You just
mean,
didn't kill everyone?
Pretty much, yeah.
And you've done all the side missions.
Not all. I did hit a number of them, but I towards the end I was just trying to get through it because it was so long.
Right, right. And you kind of had like a deadline. I was like, all right, if you don't finish this by
Yeah,
Thursday,
you were like,
you're
I
fine.
really need you to finish this by Thursday so we can talk about it. I was like, all right, hold on.
That's fair.
And then because of that, because they get the open world levels, it's completely, like every level is completely different. So to start off the metro, you go to, it's called the Volga, which is a big river in Russia. So it's all, did you ever play Stalker? Anyone?
Rings
Yes,
a bell.
long time
It's
ago.
it's very much like Stalker, if you've ever played that. Then you do another little like underground level, and then you're in the desert, so it becomes Mad Max Fury Road. You have a car, like.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 100%. There's like the Baron of the things, and he comes over the radio
That is-
yelling at people. It's
It is completely different because
Yeah.
I remember Metro as being very dark. Like just you stay in.
oh no,
the
yeah, you're it's sunshine. There's a full day and night cycle. Mutants come out more at night, but it's easier to sneak around past bandits. But there's more bandits during the day.
Doesn't even sound like Metro
Oh,
1 and
no,
2.
it doesn't at all.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So, but then the very end of the game, I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but it's very much old school Metro.
Okay, okay.
You're in a Metro, you're underground, supernatural stuff's happening, monsters and stuff like
wonderful.
that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
Cannot express how good it is.
I'm going to be
You
doing
should-
it on stream
you
soon.
should play it.
So.
Awesome.
I don't know
That's
who I'm
awesome.
not you,
I'm
Dan.
super excited.
I'm
Oh,
doing
you
it on my
should
stream
play.
soon.
Well, I am as
No,
well.
I'm doing it.
I am
I'm going to
first.
start streaming and
That's
play
fair.
it. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
sure.
going to do that. No.
Sure. I mean, as long as it's around
So-
us, that's fine.
Yeah.
What exactly do you got to say more about Fallout New Dawn?
Fallout
Why
New
is
Dawn.
it good? Bear in mind,
Fallout New
Fallout
Dawn.
New Dawn.
Fallout New Dawn.
Right.
I can't even give you
Fallout
crap
New
for
Dawn 76
Yes.
Exodus.
Yes, I have said it multiple
Fortnite.
times as well on stream, so I can't fault you for that either.
What?
I've mixed out my my Far Cry's with my Fallout, so I was like, yeah, Fallout New Dawn is great. Oh, sorry, Far Cry New Dawn.
I mean,
What
like,
do you want to say
what
about
makes it so good, though?
The character developments, they come back from the previous Far Cry 5 titles. Some new ones, but some old ones, and it kind of just wrap up the storyline. You were kind of just left guessing what was going to happen to them.
So that's why you're saying if you
And
liked
it
Fallout
also-
5, you're going to
yes.
like this, but...
You said Fallout, right?
He did, yes.
Okay.
Fallout 5. I don't even know what game we're talking about anymore.
And that's why when you
Far
played
Cry.
Spider-Man 87,
That's right. That's right. Obviously, it wraps up the whole plot with the father from Far Cry 5, which a lot of people were kind of just unhappy about. So it kind of just wraps up the whole thing right there.
Okay.
And I mean, it's just the fun gameplay mechanic where you just run around, just freaking blowing everyone's heads off. It's great. It's great.
No morality system in that
But
game.
above all,
So what you're telling us
but
is
above all, the characters, man. The side quests are the best in that game. It's just they will have you rolling on the floor because it's so funny. The voice acting is so great, and the characters are they're just lovable, you know. So it's great. It's great. It's a blast to
Especially
go
the
through.
dog.
So what you're saying is Far Exodus New Dawn is probably one of the best games you've played so
Yes,
far this year.
absolutely.
Fallout Exodus New Dawn. Actually
100%.
sounds like a cool game. Fallout. It's a good title. Fallout Exodus New Dawn.
It'll have to do until Outer Worlds, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I have played.
Oh, wait. We still haven't talked about Resident Evil DLC because you've played the first two.
Yes.
You haven't at all,
I was going to
right?
tell you about the game I played this week.
Oh, go for it, Ben. Sorry.
So I got a game called The Hunter: Call of the Wild.
Oh my God.
So
Okay, you need to
me
tell
and
us
Sean are playing this hunting game, and they give you the equivalent of BB guns, and you have to stalk animals in the wild to level up your guns, because that's how hunting works. You kill smaller animals so you get enough money, which apparently comes out of the animals' butts, and you use it to buy other money.
Wait,
Money, which you then use to buy guns.
Wait, hold on. There's a weird system involved.
Yeah.
All right, you shoot the animals, money comes out their butts. You take that money, you use
get
that
better
to
guns.
better money, and then go buy guns.
Right. So
Right.
the game is beautiful. It's awesome. It's actually a lot of fun. You feel like it very slow paced. It's a real hunting game. Like you go out and you spray yourself with stuff, and then you
Deer urine.
Right. So what happens though is me and Sean are out there playing this game. We're having a great time. I'm hunting a deer. I've shot it. It's bleeding out and it's running away. If you don't like hunting, this is not a game for you. Poor animal's suffering. It's like I shoot in its head and it's got no graphics, but it's like bleeding slowly. I'm like that doesn't sound right.
It's one tough ass deer.
So it's running off, and you can see it getting all panicky, running in circles, and it just collapses eventually. But
And then Bambi comes wandering out of the woods.
I felt bad one time. I killed
man.
the mom, and there was the dad, and I'm like, I killed Bambi's mom. Oh well.
What are you gonna do?
Wow.
So Sean and I are hunting, and around a corner, and there's a bear. We got our BB guns right now. The bear's sitting on us, and
BB
it's
guns.
Why do you have BB guns?
It's basically BB guns. It's like the lowest possible rifle. It says the bullets are good for small animals like rabbits and very young deer.
I mean, you could use a pellet gun on a rabbit. Yeah, that would
saying.
work. But
that's like our starter gun. It says
Okay.
don't shoot anything higher than like a young deer.
so you shot a bear.
So the bear's in front of us.
And what else are you gonna do?
Well, it's glitched into a tree. And
Oh, so it's
Sean's
stuck.
And I'm ahead of Sean. I'm like, Sean. And he's like, what?
Were you whispering?
Who does that?
I go like, Sean. And he's like, what is it? I'm like, quiet, the bear, I hear you.
That would be awesome if it had like a sound sensor.
Yeah.
And the bear could hear you.
I'm like,
my
Sean,
God.
sneak up behind me. This bear is glitched into the tree. And Sean's like, what are we going to do with the bear? I'm like, the game says we shouldn't shoot it. So we're going to shoot it.
100% with
Of course.
But up to this point, we didn't know if anything was hostile or if you just shoot things and they run. There's no animals. So we position this bear that's glitched in the tree. Like, hey, Sean, you aim for its head. I'm going to aim for its lungs. So we take aim. Boom! Bear's still glitched in the tree, but it didn't die. It's like, shots,
More
shoot it
terrifying
again,
than
shoot
an
it
angry
again.
bear. That sounds.
But we're low level, so we don't have any perks.
Right.
So we're not reloading quickly.
Sure.
So it looks like something out of like Civil War. Get the musket gun!
So wait, not only do you have a BB gun, but you have a musket BB gun?
Practically.
Yeah, we
Like
just
he
pull
lowers
that
the
in there and
gun,
then
pulls
ram
out the bullet. He's like fumbling with the bullets,
Good
trying to
Lord.
reload it back up. So because we're low level, we
Right.
can't do that. So we get back up. Bam! Second shots go off. Okay. The bear unglitches.
Oh boy.
So your BBs knocked it free.
Basically.
Awesome.
And it then seems to catch up to where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So the bear
Which is
turns into
pissed off.
Sonic the Hedge Bear.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
And it's just like,
The
comes right
crap.
at me, throws me, like with whatever force of momentum it has, and then completely mauls Sean. And then I get up and I'm like, where's the bear? Sean's like, I'm dead, I'm respawning me. Where's the bear? You killed my friend bear.
Happens in the Revenant.
Define Mole Sean though. Like what happened exactly? He
Oh,
just
he's completely
bolted?
dead. And I go over to him and he's a girl character because
just
he's in
did
every game.
that's
By the way,
it?
he says I'm an ugly guy, but I'm like, we're hunters. I don't think I'm supposed to be good looking. But
No good look people.
his
hunt.
girl's like on the ground like, I'm like,
Wait,
blood
what does
everywhere.
it do? Do it again? Oh, okay, I got it now. All right, go ahead.
Blood's everywhere.
Oh man.
And that was our first experience with the hunter.
Wonderful. And then I've actually come across you playing a few hours later, and he just
We've been
could
playing for like
not.
10 hours
He
now.
could not drive. Like, just picture Ben just like in an ATV just going around in circles because he could not go straight.
Oh, I don't have any leveling
He
in the
could not.
ATV.
That's
what he does,
We
actually.
discovered you can spawn the ATV. So the moment you hit a pebble, okay, like you're like, I'm good. Nah, a pebble. Let me reiterate. This capsize.
If you had a pebble, I would have left.
that capsize, okay?
Right. Yes.
And you're like,
But honestly, even if you had driving skills, I feel you still would have done that. Did I tell you what he did to me in Blackout?
No.
I played one match of Blackout with Ben.
Oh God, what happened?
So there's four of us. Where I was like, all right, guys, we got to go this way. We'll do our thing. And then Ben's like, what's this? An ATV?
That's what he
then I
does.
got bored, Natalie, and I did figure eights. And Andy, and who was with you?
Houston.
They're like, what are you doing? They're gonna find us. I'm like, that's the plan.
We're like-
I'm your decoy.
We're like crouched in a building. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna draw their fire. Don't worry. And he did, and we killed him. So I guess technically speaking.
I mean, technically my plan worked.
But he died.
I did die.
And this, boys, is why I don't play PUBG with him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just don't.
It's the only match of Blackout we've ever played together.
So
That's completely fair. That's
the
completely
game's pretty cool.
Seems
the
like you're
bears
having
are
a
dead.
blast.
So you didn't kill the bear?
Yeah, did you ever
No, I
go
don't
Did you
know.
back?
manage
I
to
never
escape?
found it.
Did you manage to escape the bear?
It never came back for me. It was like a ghost bear. Mauled Sean, vanished.
So it wasn't even there.
It
That
like
bear
tore
has been-
my chest open and my guy's like bleeding out.
That bear's code has been gone for 8 years. The developer's like, we didn't even put a bear in that game.
What happened?
You know, I'm starting to realize I know nobody plays games with me. I'm
Finally.
always by myself in Final Fantasy 14.
It only
There's
took-
nobody around to play with me.
He only took
Where the
Andy
bear
coming
follows
up.
you from the other game.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
I just had a brilliant idea for a movie.
Well,
Anyway,
I also played Long Dark, where I got revenge on all the bunnies who screwed me over in Final Fantasy 14.
That's not how it works, Ben.
It is. I had to catch bunnies. I catch it, and it's like, kill the bunny or set it free. And I'm like, that's for not giving me shit in the other video game.
Long Dark, that's the survival game, right? Why wouldn't you kill the bunny?
That's
Why
true.
would you set
I'd
it free?
eat it.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's what I'm saying.
What else would you do?
So
with
how's
it?
the Resident Evil 2 DLC before I go through our 3 crazy stories of the day?
Well, listen, let me tell you. I would say maybe 2 out of 3 are pretty challenging. I believe that the ones you've tackled are the 2 stars and 3 stars, right? You haven't tackled the 4-star yet.
Correct. Yes, I have played the mayor's daughter.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have played
that is
the
the 2
mayor's
stars.
daughter,
Yeah.
which those pale guys freak me out. And I have played as the kendo gun shop owner.
Yes.
Who
The firefighter.
The gassy guys
who
aren't
lost.
a big deal. The ones with like the purple eyes and they
Not
make
really,
guys.
but trust me, they're a real problem later on.
Are they? Okay.
In the 4th playthrough, because once you've when you finished all the 3 playthroughs,
Right.
you unlock a 4th one.
Rick Grimes.
Yes.
What you do? Is it Rick Grimes?
Yes.
It looks like
Yes,
Rick Grimes.
and potentially, I mean, I'm not going to try, I mean, it's not really potentially a spoiler, it's just, I'm just going to
it's
tell
just
you.
DLC.
They're all out of
yeah,
continuity.
it's all out of continuity.
It's what if stories, essentially, right?
Which is a good idea in my opinion. Because
And
you don't
that
have to worry
4th
about the
one-
story, just tell a good zombie flick.
By far, the 4th one is probably the most intensive one because you have to survive waves and waves of zombies and you have to kill 100 in order to get out. And you're stuck in that little supermarket,
station.
gas
Yeah,
station market thing at the very beginning of the game.
I don't even
So
wanna
just
do that.
picture 3 lanes and like three doors of zombies just crawling in.
What guns do they give you at least?
They give you some pretty good guns, but you've got to micromanage. Like
Okay,
you
yeah.
can't just go all out. 'cause
See,
otherwise
I
you'll run
do
out.
like that about the DLC ones
Yeah.
over the Hunk one because you couldn't pick up anything in Hunk's
Yes,
game.
Yeah.
agreed.
And with the and maybe it's because you don't have Hunk's music blasting.
God, I
in
love
your
this
ear,
though,
because that
jeez.
gives you like really like
you're just
antsy and
like-
like, oh god, what's gonna happen? And in the DLC ones, there's like it's like normal music,
Yeah.
like the rest of the game. So
I like Tunk's music.
Hunks
it's
is
just like, oh my
incredible.
God.
Yeah.
It's like heavy metal.
Well, you saw me try to play through Hunk a couple of times.
I've tried it. Yeah.
yeah, it's.
It was.
I mean,
really fun.
I've made it. I've 12 minutes is my best time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I did it in 10. Suck it, Andy.
Yeah. Well, Bioshock sucks.
Bioshock Infinite, I agree.
That's
was I
your
gonna say?
retort. No matter
That's
what.
gonna be my retort. From now on, that's gonna be my. Anytime you say anything
course.
mean to me,
Of course.
I'm gonna be like, well, Bioshock.
You're the one who recommended Bioshock
I
to
know.
me.
It
Doesn't make
hurts me
sense.
on the inside.
Right, of course. I'm sure. I'm sure.
One of my favorite games of all time.
What is it? Actually, some people were saying that the third DLC, which is the 5-star, was
Right.
actually harder than Hunks, and I
have not played that one yet.
I don't
didn't
think
have
so like, at all. Honestly, it was probably the easiest out of the three, in my opinion. So you guys, you have to try it.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
you
I'm still
gotta
gonna do it. I'll
try
probably do it this
it.
weekend.
Yeah, the try.
Although I
the
have not
third
played Tofu, because screw that.
one. I'm not doing it either.
I want to do tofu.
There's no trophy
just
related to
has a
this, so I'm
knife.
just like, I was just like, I don't want to
But
challenge
when,
myself.
when
I'm
he gets
good.
injured, chunks of the tofu go missing.
Yes, I did see that. It's so
Okay,
cute.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
really cool.
So you don't have a life bar. You have until the tofu's been eaten.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Instead of like him going yellow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys ready for your crazy news stories of the day?
Yes.
Well, we're gonna start off with the first one. It is not crazy.
It's not crazy.
As we are filming this,
Oh boy.
I've always called him Reggie Fils-Aimé, but apparently it's Reggie Fils-Aimé, the CEO of President of Nintendo America.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Okay.
retiring.
He's
Really?
retiring.
Yep, he announced it today. As of April, he will be stepping down.
Aw.
He's been doing that forever, though.
He has, yeah.
I don't feel like that's a bad direction or anything
No,
like that.
no.
Like, oh, the company's doing bad. It's just
Yeah, they're doing incredible.
they're doing incredible right now.
Yeah.
He's had an incredible run with it. He's been here since like
Nintendo's been dropping the ball. Let's be honest, the Switch is awful.
nobody plays the Switch.
Nobody plays the Switch.
Yeah, he's
definitely
been
worse
at
than Xbox.
Nintendo since 2003. He's been working as a business type role since 1983.
Good lord.
That's
Yeah, so
insane.
he's hit retirement.
had his
age.
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
He's done. So I mean, I always thought he was fun. He got
Yeah,
started with video
I always
games,
liked
so-
his presentations. I thought he was very
He's
charismatic.
only 57. I thought he was younger than that.
They're Japanese, man. They look like they're 20.
He's not
Even at,
Japanese.
like
He's
60.
Japanese.
No, he's from
not?
Bronx, New York.
Oh, he's not? I think I'm thinking of someone else then. I'm thinking
Reggie's
of someone
Reggie.
else.
No, you know Reggie.
Oh, Reggie. God
Reggie's
damn
like
it, man.
honorary Japanese.
Why didn't you say Reggie, dude?
Reggie Fils-Aimé. That's his name.
The way you pronounced that was like...
Nobody says his last name.
No,
It's
you
just
just said
Reggie.
Reggie.
Reggie from Nintendo.
God
There you
damn
go.
it, Ben.
Reggie Nintendo.
What the hell is wrong with
He
you?
should have legally changed his name to Reggie Nintendo.
No, that's really sad, man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
I don't
sad.
think it's sad. He's not.
I mean, good for him. He's
Yeah.
retired. He's
Yeah,
going out high now.
But,
Yeah.
you know, I think he's going to be missed among the
Oh,
community.
he'll definitely be missed amongst
Yeah.
the Nintendo community.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the greatest way to announce things, you know?
He's going to be hard to get topped. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, he's just
Yeah.
the face of Nintendo for America, you know? Essentially.
Callum from our chat says, Potter Bros, you upset me. And we're just Potter Bros.
Potter Rose.
We're going to make a show, guys. Andy and I on a road trip called Potter Bros. That's all it is.
Where are we going?
We'll figure that out on the show.
And why did we upset him?
10 minutes from here.
We
Yeah, it's
upset him
just
because
us
of
going to
the
like Walmart.
Yeah.
show. All right. This one's a little quicker one.
Okay.
But apparently the U.S. government,
Oh my God, what is it now?
Has announced the zombie apocalypse.
the U.S. government
Yes, sir.
spices up its Flash game about environmental safety by using the theme from Yoshi's Island illegally.
Nice.
Seriously?
Of all people to steal a copywritten song.
Yeah, I like it.
Wow.
Listen, I worked for the U.S. government for a long
So you
time.
know this probably happened. They outsourced the game. Whoever
Yeah,
made
somebody
it
wasn't paying attention and somebody
grabbed a song that sounded good for it.
Yeah, most likely.
It's the underground theme from Yoshi's Island.
So what happened? I mean,
There's no news on it at the moment at all.
I mean, it's the U.S. government. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
That's
Fun
true.
fact, the U.S. government has stole the underground theme in Yoshi's Island DS for the Environmental Protection Agency's Flash game about recycling. The song can be heard right after pressing start.
Sounds like it's be a great game, too.
oh man. Yeah, that's weird.
According to Nintendo Soup, the music file itself is clearly labeled Yoshi DS Underground.mp3.
Yeah, I think it's someone who purposely
They had
did
no
that.
idea. You know, it
Come
was somebody
on.
who was just like, what the hell's Yoshi? Screw
Yoshi?
it. Yoshi, they're like, is that the name of the band? I don't know. Screw it. Put it in the game. Put it in the
It's
game.
probably a Japanese thing.
Yeah,
It's probably
weirdos.
just a Japanese game. Yeah, a Japanese name, whatever. Just put it in.
You got any words to go with that one?
I am shocked
The U.S. government
that
does
the U.S.
go wrong.
government would do something like this and not issue a public apology.
It's coming up.
Apparently the game is up right now, but when I click it, it won't load. So I don't know if it's now getting flooded with everyone
Yeah,
trying,
maybe.
Maybe.
trying to go in it. I guarantee the U.S. government's Environmental and Protection Agency is not on the most intensive of servers.
I am just happy the game is finally coming out because I've been saying for years that I wanted a recycling game. You don't get to do it nearly enough. Except in like Prey, where you could take all the materials and make it into like a shotgun.
In real life, you could do it. I mean, you could just go
damn
do
it,
things in
Prey.
real life.
See, this
No,
is
no,
why
I
he's
wanted
good.
a
He's talking
game.
about Prey. He's making Prey references, guys. This
Sorry.
is why.
Yeah, Natalie
he needs
wanted
to be
Andy
here.
to be on the show on a regular
This is why
basis.
he needs to be here permanently.
Because that's the greatest form of recycling, though. It's like I've
love
taken
that,
stuff you've taken bodies in actually the game, and I can create a shotgun with it. Like,
Soylent rifle his people.
oh, look, all these people died. I could use a new gun, though.
Guys, let us know in the comments down below if you like Andy on the show and you want him here more.
Oh, come on.
Natalie does, though. So
You
told
know.
her she's leaving.
Nobody wants me on the show. Hold
That's
on.
all
Let's
that
All
check.
right, so you guys ready for the last one? You ready for
Yeah,
last one?
that's
Okay.
the one that you
I gave you
tackled.
guys a heads up. I got linked this, and when I first got linked this, the title alone made me go, Mopey, we're not talking about political mumbo jumbo
Yeah, Mopey.
on our show. We don't do political discussions.
Right.
The one time I even got near it, Natalie's like, no, it's an argument.
We're
I
just
don't want
We're
it.
just gonna keep this low key and say this is wrong or this is not wrong, and then just move on.
Right, and that's what she wants to do, and I'm fine with that.
That's
So
cool.
he linked me this one, and I saw the title, and the title of the article is, Parent Thinks Apex Legends is Turning Their Son Transgender. Now, there's not much to this story. There really isn't, okay?
Yeah.
It's a user screenshotted a review of the game, which is apparently the mother of an Apex player. So I checked this before the show. I don't often check these things, but I wanted to see why this was linked. Like, is this humorous or not?
Right. Like it was a joke, or is it
Right, I wanted to see
a
why-
legit serious parent's complaint with a game.
Yeah, is it a
okay.
serious complaint? And
Right.
here's the reason why. And oh no,
Yeah.
it's transphobe. And I'm not going to do like a transphobe discussion.
Right.
Right.
It is transphobe, but from a very clueless mother. Here's the review.
Which I'm shocked by.
Oh, here we go.
My son has been playing this game recently. There is only one problem. He keeps using female characters. I think the game is turning my son transsexual. I am not the only one in my Facebook group that is having the same problem with this
gets
game
better.
and others.
God.
So there's a Facebook group of mothers that are concerned that their
Right.
children are playing female characters
Yes.
and being made transgender this way.
I'm actually surprised.
Which, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm actually surprised your mother hasn't called you once and was like, Ben, I was watching you on the live stream. You were a girl. What's up with that?
And why do you play a female dragon girl? Like, you can't even be a human girl?
So you're transgender and transspecies.
Yeah, that's what I am, apparently,
all right.
based on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Facebook
perfect.
group.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
You were gonna say.
I don't even remember.
I'm sorry, man.
What to say to this?
I don't, yeah.
Facebook, it'd be one thing if it was
Facebook,
like
yes.
one mother.
Right.
But it's a Facebook group.
Well, let's be honest.
That could be 5 mothers.
Well, yeah, that could be 5 mothers, but the fact that all the clueless mothers are gathering together on Facebook isn't surprising. For this video game thing, nothing against Facebook. But so I have played a little bit of Apex Legends. I'm not huge into multiplayer online games anymore, just because they anger me so much.
They do.
And I always actually play as mostly the female characters, just because they have the better powers.
I play as
Yeah,
the...
they have the powers I like more.
Yeah.
I should say.
Well, because
Not
it's a hero
necessarily
shooter
better.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like I don't know his name. I think it's called the Hunter or something like that. The guy with he's basically the hunt guy and he can see through the walls.
The guy from Borderlands?
He looks like Mordecai
Yeah,
from
from
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
who I
Oh my
play
God.
as.
Yeah. I do like him, actually.
Yeah, well, because I like being able to see through the walls.
Right.
We're getting shot at. They're there.
There they be. Though it doesn't help. It's like,
Well, because the range is so close. Yeah, you're like, where are they? Whoom. Natalie's right there.
Yeah. That's true.
And they're literally right next to you.
Mopey says that the story was sent to him by one of our viewers, a Mega Red 25. If you guys want to send us funny stories like that are not politically charged,
That is a good one, dude.
Go to our Discord, send them to Mopey, or hop into our Gaming Obsessions chat, and we can chat about it there. But
It's really good.
I know what you guys think, but for the sake of our discussion,
Right.
do you feel playing female characters makes you transgender? Keep in mind, guys, I play a female character in Final Fantasy XIV.
It just baffles me that someone would just make a Facebook group without even doing so much as like a little research as of what the word actually means, and just
Yeah, in all honesty, what are they assuming that, I'm playing as a female character? I'm transgender. That must be it.
like what?
Maybe
I feel like that mother has the broadest idea of
She
what
does.
the term means.
of what the term means.
Yeah.
She could think that maybe the fact that he's playing a female character in the game is because he's subconsciously...
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like that's her having the broadest idea of
Or
what a transgender
maybe he's doing-
the word means, basically.
Right.
Maybe he's doing what the rest of us is doing, which is sometimes I just like to stare at a girl's butt when I play. So
Right.
what?
all the time.
Like what? This is the only. It's your son.
my wife.
He's interested in. He's interested in girls, or it doesn't freaking matter. Like just let
Or
him
he just
play
likes the
however he
powers.
wants.
It's
Exactly.
Apex
Yeah.
Legends.
Or,
I mean,
or
to
the
be fair,
powers.
it's a first-person shooter, so you don't even see your damn character.
No, you just need the
Other
power.
than that loading screen.
You just need the powers.
Yeah,
That's
you-
it.
yeah,
you
That's
don't
all you
actually
care
see
about.
it's
yourself.
definitely
Yeah.
powers then.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just like say when these girls like,
Getting shot.
yeah, I just getting shot.
Is
you
it
know,
weird
just like,
that I'm
"Ugh."
always running towards the bullets? I just like
I
the
I
noise.
feel like that this game was third person, and he always picked guys, and the mother came in and saw the butt.
Yeah.
This Facebook group would then be saying, "Apex Legends is turning my son gay. He's just looking at men's butts." Like I feel like this is one of those this group of mothers that will find any argument
yeah. Well,
to go
yeah.
with.
Absolutely.
Ban this game. It's turning my son gay. He's
I
got
mean, they've been
guys.
trying to do that for years.
Yeah.
They, as in the collective mothers who don't like video games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that collective.
yeah. Yeah. So
So I think I know where we all stand on that one.
yeah. Yeah, we do. It's just
On that note, thank you for watching Eligible Monster discussion / podcast. It's I want to call it podcast, but everyone keeps yelling at me like, Benny, not everything you make is a podcast, but a podcast is people sitting around talking about things.
yeah, it's mostly a podcast at this point.
Technically, yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But is it? What do you guys want us to call it? Is it a discussion show? A podcast show?
A video cast? Because isn't technically podcasts usually just
Well, it's a
voice?
video podcast. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
category that we fall
Yeah,
under.
video
Either way, guys, Natalie and Andy are actually sitting down and coming up with the various challenges so that we can bring back a gameplay to the channel.
Yes, absolutely.
They involve Andy playing female characters and seeing how he feels about it.
Yeah.
2 weeks later,
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm
transgender.
This Facebook group told me that's what it means.
I didn't know.
But I played Apex Legends a lot.
Mom called and actually was the one who told me. So
She must be right.
Yeah. That would be hilarious.
it was a weird conversation.
I don't know if you know this, Andy. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, you can subscribe right here at Eligible Monster. This channel is a spin-off of our comic story and stuff. It is the original channel we run. We do it just for fun. We chat about games. If you like Andy, let Natalie know in the comments down below that you want more of Andy. And what game would you want us to play next and talk about next week? Because we've played them all now, so we need new ones.
Thank you,
I haven't
guys.
played Far Cry yet.
There you go.